Welcome back, Bulls fans. It's time to talk about your hot takes. So the other day, I posted on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok asking for your guys' hottest and best takes for this upcoming Bulls season. And we're about to talk about them today, as well as one that I have that I want to share. But first, I want to know, are you excited for this squad? If you are, hit the like and hype button down below. So first, I have a comment from Twitter from Gary L. Gray. A lot of you in the Bulls community should know Gary. He says Matas and Caleb will average 2.5 blocks each. And I think the hottest part of this take is the each, but I do think 2.5 is a little bit lofty. It's not ridiculous to say, but I do think it's a bit lofty. And I think both, honestly, can push for 2 blocks per game. I think, especially Matas. I think Matas is going to take a big, big defensive leap this year. And it's the extra half that really makes this a hot take for me. I think if anyone averages 2.5 blocks on this team, it's going to be Claxton, just because he had some really good defensive seasons in Brooklyn. Splitter is a very defensive-minded head coach. He was a very defensive-minded center in his playing days. Kalamian's a really good defensive mind. So I do think Matas and Caleb will push for 2, could even get 2 apiece, but 2.5 each, a little bit of a hot take. So, but next I have a Twitter comment from Noa Essengue saying Noah MVP and Depoy. And honestly, I respect how hard he's writing for Noah. I think Noah's going to have a good season, but no. He's just not going to play enough. And I will say, if he does spend a good amount of time in the G League, which I hope he doesn't, but if he does, I think he could push for G League MVP because he shouldn't be in the G League. So if he is, he's going to torch it. But if he wins MVP, it's going to be G League MVP. I mean, it's Noah. He's not going to get the minutes to put up stats. Next, I have a comment on Twitter from friend of the channel, Soback Sports. I'm sure you guys all know him. Great TikToker, great Twitter interaction. Go follow if you haven't already. But he says Matas and Caleb will secure a play-in spot. Now, this one is a little bit interesting. And it's going to be even more interesting with this next hot take because the next one is a fun one. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Norm is a great player. Giddey is a great facilitator, great floor general, great commander of the offense. Claxton is going to have a good year. Matas is going to take a leap, in my opinion. If Caleb's shot is as good as advertised, he's going to be very deadly. It's definitely not out of the realm of possibility that we make the play-in. But do I think we will make the play-in? No. So I'm going to put this in whatever tier you want to call between lukewarm and hot. Because I think it's hotter than a lukewarm take, but definitely not hot enough to be a full-blown hot take. That good take, though, Soback. Last one of the comments I have is an Instagram comment from friend of the channel, Ryan Gallivan _. He says, we go 1-6 in October, don't win 10 games till early December. and end up getting 13th in the East. He thinks we will get rinsed by the East all year. And it's definitely possible. I'm not going to say it's not impossible. Let's start with the October take. In October, we have the Suns and Grizzlies at home, then going to Denver, to Milwaukee, home against Minnesota, away against Toronto, away against Milwaukee again, home against Washington, away against Boston, home against New York, and away against Boston. So, looking at that, 1-6 is definitely possible. I mean, playing Boston and in Boston, playing the defending champs, I mean, those are losses right there. I mean, out of the others, I think the Raptors is going to be a loss. Minnesota is going to be a loss. Denver is going to be a loss. It's going to be tough because especially that 3-game stretch of Boston, New York, Boston, that's going to be 3 losses. I think we can pull it off against Washington. It depends on AD's health, if I'm being honest. That's kind of a toss-up. Milwaukee could be a win. Toronto, loss. Minnesota, loss. Again, like I said, Milwaukee could go either way. Denver, loss. Memphis, most likely a loss. Phoenix, most likely a loss. So, 1-6, little bit of a hot take just because I think we could pull off 2 wins against Milwaukee in October, and depending on AD, I think there's a chance we could pull it off against Washington, but definitely a good start to the take. Now for the rest, don't win 10 games till early December. Saying a lot there, Ryan. For the rest of the schedule till December, after Boston on the 30th, we have the Sixers, then the Knicks, then the Sixers, Spurs, Hawks, Wolves, Cavs, Nets, Wizards, Nuggets, Cavs, Hornets, Pacers. That's all the games until December. And then the first week of December, we have New York and Cleveland. Then on the 13th, we have Houston. 14th, we have the Heat. And then the 16th, we have the Jazz. So 10 wins being hit in December, I could definitely see it happening. I'm going to go on a limb and say it's not, but that's mostly because I don't want it to. I want to be above that 3-2-1 threshold of those really stupid new rules that Adam Silver implemented. But 10 games until early December, possible. 13th in the East is definitely not out of the realm of possibility. I think we could get 11th or 12th. It's definitely possible. I think a lot of it is going to come down to Caleb's jumper. If Caleb's jumper is as good as advertised in Summer League, we can... I think if Caleb's jumper is truly as advertised as it was in Summer League, I think we're closer to Sobak's take than Ryan's take. I'll put it that way. If his jumper is legit, if Matas does take the jump and there's smooth sailing implementing Splitter's system, I think we will be much closer to a play-in team than a bottom of the East team. There's one of my hot takes, honestly. But Great take, Ryan. Great take. Now, for my hot take, I think Matas wins most improved player. I think at the very least, he is a lock for top 3 because I see him taking a big jump in really every category, but especially in points and blocks and even a little bit steals because he's naturally just going to progress in scoring. He's been in the weight room a bit, so his downhill scoring is going to be even better than it already was. Giddey is a great facilitator. We'll get him on lobs. And same with Caleb, but this is a modest take. I think his defense will take a big jump with Splitter and Kalamian working with him. Like I said, I think he can push for 2 blocks a game. I think he can push for that 1 to 1.2 steals per game range. If you want to see my exact stats prediction, make sure to go check out my modest prediction video in our prediction playlist. But overall, I think most improved. I think he can push for an all-star, and this might be the hottest of all the takes. I think he makes an all-defensive team. Which one? I don't know, but I think he makes an all-defensive team this year. Now, another take I do want to mention is I think we will have one of the best transition offenses in the league. Because like I said, with this modest take I made, Giddey is an incredible lob thrower. He's going to be throwing lobs to Matas and Caleb all day long. He's even going to be able to hit Claxton if Claxton gets out in transition. I think we can be one of the better transition offenses in the NBA this season. But all that being said, my takes, Ryan, Gary, Sobek, and Noa Essengue, what do you think? Do you agree with our takes? Comment absolutely or heck no down below. And make sure if you have a hot take that didn't get chosen, make sure to leave it in the comments below. Make sure to tell me what you think the hottest take was. Make sure to let me know. Please make sure to share and subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,900 subscribers. We're roughly 4 away. Every subscriber matters. We love having you guys here. We truly, truly appreciate every single one of you that subscribes, shows up, shows out. And even if you're not subscribed here, but you're following elsewhere, we appreciate you just as much. We love all of our fans here. We are trying to build the best Bulls community in all of social media. And I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. Like I said, you guys are the best. But that being said, thank you for joining me today. Have an amazing day, and see Red Bulls Nation.